Wow, that's some skinny looking cows. There's the volcano, Volcán Nevado del Ruiz. We stood up there near Libano earlier looking down to see exactly the trail the destruction followed. This is where we're standing now, among the sacred cows of Armero. Where'd they go? Oh, they're all over there now. Nice looking cows. Are they friendly? November the 13th, 1985, the 13-year-old Omayra Sanchez Garzon and her family were sat in their house, unaware of a Lahar travelling at 6 meters a second was approaching their home from the freshly exploded Nevado del Ruiz volcano. After it hit, Omayra became trapped underneath concrete from the walls and part of the roof, with her dead aunt's arms still wrapped tightly round her. Omayra's legs were pinned under the concrete as if she was kneeling, making it impossible to free her without severing her legs. Locals and emergency service workers tried everything. There was way too much debris, concrete and mud. They tried to amputate her legs to set her free. They couldn't save her from the effects of amputation, as Armero and its local San Lorenzo hospital had been destroyed, and airlifting to Bogota would have taken way too long. The doctors present agreed that it would be more humane to let her die. And she became major news around the world during her 60-hour tribulation. The famous photograph of Omayra, taken by Frank Fournier shortly before her death and named The Agony of Omayra Sanchez, has been seen all around the world and subsequently became the World Press Photo of the Year for 1986. It still haunts people to this day. She passed away on the 16th after 60 hours stuck in the mud from exposure, most likely from gangrene or hypothermia. Omayra remained resolutely positive throughout her ordeal. She sang, ate food, and agreed to be interviewed whilst awaiting her fate. At times she was scared, she cried, prayed, even hallucinating towards the end. She'll be remembered for her positivity and unimaginable bravery in the face of a guaranteed, slow death. As we saw earlier, a monument from a Japanese Shinto delegation still stands 40 years on, and Omayra remains a beacon of hope and source of strength for people undergoing their own impossible situations in life. That's an amazing shame. That's incredible. And this is the actual place within the shrine. But Omayra found herself stuck for those 3 days. And obviously it's become the centre of people's pilgrimages to see her. Apparently 95%, give or take, people who come to Armero make sure they come and see Omayra Sanchez's last place. Okay, a goodbye Omayra. And this one didn't want to be my friend.
¿De qué barrio era?
So this is the Armero graveyard. Take a little look. Okay, I didn't really expect to see a person's skull and their bones and what looks like a mummified corpse. Wow, okay, that's 100% bona fide creepy. These are actual people's bones. I did not expect to see that. Wow. And this is not just one. There's still bones everywhere, they've not even been scavenged. I've never actually seen, I've seen one dead body, I've never actually seen a person's rotting remains in a grave. I didn't ever think I was going to. Wow. Okay, that's flat out spooky. I'm pretty certain that isn't. I'm not honestly sure if that isn't somebody's mummified corpse. Okay, I think I may well have had enough here. This is 100% taking it too far. Wow. I've never seen anything like this, and I've seen some pretty weird shit. If anywhere was ever going to be haunted and freaked out, this is it. Okay, I'm officially creeped out. There are a bunch of various stories about hauntings and such like. I'll be honest, most of the time I like the stories, but I don't genuinely believe in a lot of the stuff that people come out with. But I have just turned up to a graveyard in the middle of Armero and found 3 rotting corpses, a couple of skulls, and an absolute stack of bones from people who were previously alive. And it's not like these are not from thousands and thousands of years ago. These are relatively recent. There is still hair on some of those corpses. That was definitely unexpected. A little macabre. And it's also a different style of grave. We don't have these kind in Europe, so it's very different as well.
Sure.
And whether they have been in family groups or just an individual grave stored on top of each other, I don't know.
Yes, normally they are from families.
Ah, I understand.
Yes.
So the individual family's entire sepulture. Wow. And this is what happens when the entire support structure and maintenance structure of an area disappears so quickly. It's a very strange thing to see. And people thought they were going to rest in peace here for the rest of their days, but then something like this happens and this is the end result. Soon enough nature takes over and maybe these people will be forgotten forever. I think it's very dangerous if people forget what happened here and the reasons that Armero happened, which is basically governmental incompetence and the failure to have a plan made out for a situation that everybody knew was going to happen. So I wish everybody who's still in this graveyard to rest in peace. And thank you for letting me share your final resting place for a little time. More than a few skulls and actual rotting corpses currently being stripped bare by what looks like a bunch of insects. Wow. Of all the things I've seen, this is 100% hands down the creepiest. Okay, I think we've done enough here. If you didn't find that spooky, you won't ever find anything spooky. This is absolutely bizarre. I'll see you guys later. And as Dario rightly points out, he doesn't understand, and neither do I, why people would end up breaking into people's graves. Maybe in years gone by people were buried with their treasures, the riches of their life, but I don't think so much around here. But still, some people find the need to go and smash stuff up completely unnecessarily. Well, anyway, I've wished all the spirits still in the graveyard that they rest in peace so well as they can, and hope the next life's working out for them. Football stadium used to be here to the right. Iglesia El Carmen. Wow.
cerrado.
¿Esta?
And what type of trees are these that are swallowing the buildings?
This is called la casa.
Oh, acacia. Ah,
the
yeah.
house in
DMT
the
tree. Yeah. This has in the root bark the dimethyltryptamine.
People say there are ghosts.
A ghost in here? Oh well, okay. I have to. I must. Oh shit. I told him I got balls the size of King Kong's. Now I'm starting to feel like an idiot. The thing is, if you would have brought me here first, no problem. But no, you take me to the graveyard. I see some skeletons, I see some corpses. You gotta be crapping me. Okay, so look, I've got a feeling, judging by the picture, that this is the place that the film crew from France or Canada said that they came to, and they started having stuff thrown at them or whatever. I personally, as I mentioned, I think this is bullshit, because most of the time, you know, you get some feelings from ghosts. Maybe you're getting scared, but a poltergeist, from the German, I think I told you earlier, poltern is German for noisy, and geist, ghost, and they are normally associated with teenagers going through puberty or something like this. And these, you know, sometimes you get things thrown around and some physical phenomena just as the leaves start falling down. But this place, yes, allegedly is very haunted, and there's no way I'm coming here. Oh my god, it's another one of those tree frogs, and what looks a bit like a psilocybin mushroom. Okay, back in a minute. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, come and get me. Okay guys, holy shit. Okay, I have to say, I'm more than a little bit unnerved. Wow. Well, I don't know what this building used to be. Just a house, and but it had no special significance, or...
Some friends told me that the woman, the lady who lives here, was not very nice.
Ah, okay, okay.
For example, in these times, the television was not in any house.
Yes, I see.
In these times, and she had television, and the boys came to see television, and she closed the windows and was
Bit of a meanie, yeah? Okay, I see. So she was the local nasty witch. This was her house. Well, thankfully, at the moment, nothing invisible is throwing anything at us.
Sometimes my friends told me the balloon, the football.
Ah, yes, the football.
Balloon come inside the home, and the woman destroyed the balloon.
Yeah? Oh, man.
So
I've known a few people like that in my time.
but
Wow.
that's not.
So she had a TV. She has nothing now. Well, I'll be honest, I was a little bit freaked out coming in here, but now I'm here. It doesn't seem like such a big deal. But who knows, maybe a ghost of a real mean old woman is here. But I'll be honest, after seeing those corpses and those mummified remains of children and the skulls, I don't think anything in this place could scare me anymore. The graveyard was creepy. Getting my photo taken. God, strike a pose. What photo? I can't even think what to do with my face at the moment. Oh my word. Okay, it's a big old house when it was here though. This would have been a nice place, I think.
Made famous the house and give this name, the house in the tree.
The house in the trees, yeah. It reminds me so much of Cambodia, you know. But it's only been 40 years the trees are there. They had like 600 years for these huge banyan trees to go and take over the ruins. But this is really, really spectacular for the time. Look, there we've got a basin. This is going to be the kitchen. Well, here we go, guys. Okay, I was a little bit worried when I first came in, but now I think this place is pretty cool. I'm not getting any bad vibes from it, so maybe we came on a good day. Look at that tree. Spectacular. Muchas gracias. Now, if we see a ghost in the picture afterwards, we'll know there's something true about all this. That really is a spectacular tree. Oh wow, I look like some Indiana Jones hero or something there. We have a good picture. Okay, I'll definitely take one of those. That could be my profile picture, man. Okay, so this place is allegedly haunted, but unfortunately, as you find with most ghosts, even if a place is haunted, the likelihood that something's going to happen when you decide to turn up and you want something to happen is absolutely nil. However, I was monumentally freaked out after that trip to the graveyard, so that did make for a pretty creepy experience. Ah, wow, yeah. The famous house in the tree in the house, something like that. Anyway, I'll be glad to get back to normality later today, let's put it that way. Okay, I'll have a little look in here. And this house, not allegedly haunted so far as I know. But we'll have a little look around anyway. Wow, look at this vine, it's massive. And apparently the frogs I've been seeing are in fact dart frogs, which are incredibly poisonous to touch and can in fact kill you. So I will be a little bit careful around them. But yeah, it's fair to say nature's taking over around here at a rate of knots. Why have all the doorways and the windows in this building been built so close down to the ground? In fact, they haven't. We're literally stood on 1.5 meters of effluence from the volcano, and the buildings are actually sunk down. Well, the buildings are in exactly the same position as they were when the tragedy occurred. So all of the ground that we're stood on now is basically 1.5 to 2 meters higher, and it's this kind of ground that is going to have a lot of the unrecovered dead bodies still underneath our feet, which is a really galling reminder of what can happen in a landslide. The smallest landslide, the biggest landslide that we had in the UK was at Aberfan, and 200 people died. But there's no comparison to here, and that also changed the way that the nation was thinking. It's small wonder that Armero is so known throughout Colombia, and I hope one day will be throughout the world. What are these? They look a little bit like reishi mushrooms. They're actually from the
seeds.
Ah, okay.
They're called oreja.
Yeah, like the ears, I see. Awesome. Check it out. It's so strange to come from an abandoned town that went through destruction and then see such a brand new road with all of the traffic moving right through the middle of it, you know. It feels such a stark contrast. And this is what we saw when we came in earlier. Yeah, Daniel pointed it out to me. This used to be the hospital. Wow. Big building.
It was destroyed by the people. For the people, I don't know, maybe to solve the stone. So
I smell weed again. It's well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's something else. It's hard to say.
Guano from the bats.
Yeah. Guano from the bats. I see. Wow. Oh my God. Jesus. Fuck. So there's a ton of bats. Oh shit. Okay, now I'm scared. No, I like bats, but I wasn't expecting that. Are you shitting me? Oh my God. I see on the floor now what that smell is. It's not weed, it's guano. Oh my word. I can see so many bats. Oh my God. Look, they're big fucking bats, man. These are not tiny bats. Oh my God. Do you see how many there are up there, just in that single... Wow. You know there's one directly above me that's going to shit on my head in a minute. If you don't like bats, don't watch this video. That is absolutely bizarre. Wow. And it's the stinkiest thing I think I've ever smelt. Hang on, okay, I'll go for a little... Look at those fuckers. Oh my God. It's a sprawling... Ah. You know what's going to happen, don't you? Some bat's going to come down here, bite me, and I'm going to make the new COVID. Shit. I'm just happy it isn't spiders, man. Oh my God. I've never seen anything like this. Oh my God. Yeah, if it was spiders, I'd be a dead man, but bats I actually don't mind too much, as long as they're not from Wuhan. Oh, I'm gonna stink for weeks. Literally, my feet are covered in like 2 centimeters of thick back guano. Okay. I I love you chuckling around. You know what to expect. You've been here before, man. This is kind of freaky. I've never seen this many bats before, especially not in the wild. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, I tell you what, this is going to be hard to top this. Corpses, mummified remains, a thing full of bats and a haunted house. Most of all, we'll remember the people of Armero, what they had to go through and what was lost in one single night due to basically government incompetence. Unfortunately, government incompetence hasn't disappeared, and neither has man's stupidity, which can be proven by me walking through an abandoned, bat-filled hospital in the middle of the Colombian jungle. I need my bumps felt, man. I must be mad. Wow. So this is it. We finally made it to the end of the hospital in the trippiest thing I think I've ever seen. Wow. That was different. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've ascended to an entirely different level of consciousness now. I don't think I could ever be scared of anything again after what I've been through today. Which is going to be useful because we're going to be hitting the 10 most haunted places in the world in coming months, and a bunch of really interesting places like Armero. All I can say, guys, is this is an incredible place. Such a storied history, and it was so horrible what happened to the people here, especially when you think it could have been avoided. And in a single lifetime, in fact, in my lifetime minus 8 years, this has gone from a thriving, bustling metropolis in Colombia to an abandoned and destroyed place with only the memories of people like Dario and all the other great people we've met today to keep it alive. If you ever get the chance to visit, you really should. With generosity that knows no bounds. Dario said that I can take any gift from the gift shelf, and there's an actual Armero rock with Armero sculpted into it. Did you do the sculpture?
Yes.
Dario sculpted that. That would be my absolute pleasure to take back. Thank you so much, man. This has been an awesome, amazing trip. Okay, now we have 5 hours to get back to Bogota. 5 horas. 5 horas. Holy shit, guys. We've just seen a condor. It literally flew directly in front of the car, and I didn't have the camera going. That was amazing. Oh shit, guys. Well, I've just been at the cash point. Daniel's gone and locked his keys inside the car, and we are hours away from Bogota right now. Well, he's having a pretty good job at breaking in, at least. Catastrophe. Oh dear. This could be a while. We conveniently found a man with a machete. Fingers crossed we can do something with this.
Está pegado acá. Queremos despegarlo.
Aha. Interesting. I can't believe that, guys. This guy is a genius. Let's get a picture with him. He's just opened the car with a machete. Fantastic. It looks like we will sleep tonight, and we're not going to have to be on the streets in the middle of nowhere in the Colombian mountains. Hola. Say bye to our machete-wielding friends who literally saved our trip.